everybody. How are you this beautiful Friday? It's beautiful Friday. So good to see you. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I hope you're having a Friday night party. And I hope you are celebrating. We got through a whole nother week. Come on. Let me help you. Let me help you celebrate. It is celebration time. Happy Friday. One of my coworkers says, Friday. Happy Friday. So hello. Um, Here we go. Night number 3. So we've been talking about some pretty cool stuff this week. I think that it's cool. So if I have anybody in the room that agrees, then please let me know. But I think that it's pretty cool. And it's really been helping me, and little reminders every day that keep coming about what we talk about and what you guys share. So I am Lake Moore. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing, for liking the page. I really appreciate it. The feedback has been good. Keep it coming because I won't know unless you are authentically transparent and you give me feedback. But so you already know the deal. I'm Lake Moore with more capacity. You know it, where the stretch is necessary. Hey, girl. Hey. Perfection is not the measure, but you finish it. Maturity is what? Mandatory. Maturity is mandatory. And that's what it's about. We have a phrase that we use with our children, and we say, we want to take you from having wings and not crushes. I'm going to type that in there. So literally, it's about giving you the tools to fly, and not to always, not that you don't want to be dependent, but a little person's screaming at me, but I'm right here, son. But wings and not crutches. So yeah, but let's talk about this. So for the past couple of nights, we have been talking about this cool topic, and it's really cool to me because it is something that is dear to me. It's something that I'm learning. Yes, at this stage of life, no matter what stage you are in, we can always learn something. Always learn something. So I find it to be really cool because it's applicable, which means that with anything that we learn, it's one thing to learn it, but it's something different when you start to apply it. And I am a true and living witness that my life is getting better, that my relationships are getting better, and I'm grateful for that. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. The authentic lineup. So today's Friday. On Wednesday, we talked about the authentic lineup as it relates to our heart. And last night we talked about our mind. And tonight is going to be relationships. I mean, relationships. And so let's get into it, right? So the authentic lineup, it's the heart, mind, and relationships. And I want you to kind of think about this. When we think about being authentic, it's when the what and the who line up to become one. So it's no longer these circles, put it on my face, but these circles that are just interlocked, but literally they are one. So the what that you are, and that might be your gifts, your talents, and all those different things, and the who, the very essence of your personality and your temperance, when they all become one. We can think of it like the sweet spot. Like you have found your sweet spot, your balance, where the water and everything else is flowing from you is good. Hi, sis. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay, so applause in the room. We are all stretching, and this sister right here is finishing up her degree, and so excited for you. You know, in the room, we talk about celebrating our WIN and not waiting till our WHEN. So mother, wife, business owner, teacher, friend, everything that you are, we applaud you. Congratulations to you, sis. Woo! Keep doing it. There's nothing that is impossible. So congratulations to you. Thanks again for being here. But literally, finding our sweet spot. That's what it's about. Finding our sweet spot to where everything of the who we are and the what we are to where it all lines up as one. I want to give you this quote again. It's by Brene Brown. Yes, shoot it up for. Look, that's what I'm talking about. Support in the room. That's what we do. Congratulations. But I want to read this quote to you again because it is by Brene Brown. If you are book readers in the room, for anybody, she wrote a book called Daring Greatly. And it's all about authenticity and transparency and vulnerability. It's about vulnerability and what that means. But it's Brene Brown. Wonderful series. You can find her on TED Talks, but that's not what we're here to do. Anyway, so vulnerability, it says, is not about winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up when you can't control the outcome. And the outcome is, I don't know what people are going to think. I don't know if I'll be received. I don't know if I'm enough, all those different things. But the authentic part of you is saying, this is who I am. The what and the who that I am are lining up, and I'm about to give it to you. Hey, either it's for you, if it's not. If it's for your palate, then receive it. If it's not, that's okay. It's all right, right? It's the courage to show up anyway. So tonight we're going to talk about relationship a little bit and what that looks like from an authentic perspective. Relationships, this is what I wrote down, is built on honesty, trust, communication, and love. Just some of the ingredients: honesty, trust, communication, and love. So I ask you this. So how are we honest and trusting and communicating and loving others when we aren't honest? We don't know how to trust ourselves. We don't know how to communicate our emotions, which is huge. And how is it that we have difficulty loving the me? How are we being authentic? How can we be in relationships when we think we can extend all of that to other people, but we don't extend that same thing to ourselves? Like, it's impossible. Something isn't lining up. The honesty part. And sometimes this is the hardest thing, is accepting our mistakes and realizing, hey, I'm not always right. And it's not always the other person. It's me. Think about it in deflecting. So deflecting means that you are reflecting pain instead of taking the mirror and turning it to yourself and looking at yourself, the way that you might be contributing to the situations, the way that you might be bringing a certain energy. You always hear the thing, if there's a problem with everybody and there's a common denominator, then it probably ain't people, it's probably, yeah. So the mirror part, moving away from deflecting, because that's just reflecting pain to others and taking the time to say, hey, I'm honest. It's me. Something isn't lining up. And the best way to do it is to say, I'm sorry. I was wrong. It doesn't even matter if it's now or tomorrow or whenever. That is authenticity. That is vulnerability, is when you are aware that you go back and say, no, it wasn't you. I was wrong. Because when we know better, we're charged to do better. Trusting. So again, honesty and trust are important within a relationship. But think about trusting. And this is something that I am learning, that when you're in a relationship and when you're not being your authentic self, it's very hard to say no. Yeah. If you find yourself having difficulty saying no or creating boundaries, then literally that means that something isn't lining up. Hey to you two, night number 2. Hey, good to see you again. That means something's not lining up. If you're not able to set healthy boundaries, if you're doing so much for others that you don't trust that you deserve that same attention for your mental health, for your emotional health, for your spiritual health, then there's a little off balance. And please, again, listen, it's not selfish because you cannot pour from an empty cup. So, honesty and trust. And that communication part, can you communicate how you're feeling? I don't like it when you made me feel. And I mean, and getting to the point to where you can say it in the moment. This is what's going on. You know, you don't have to get all the hand motion. You see how my hand going? You have to do that. But being able literally to say that, it becomes freeing. And the thing is that sometimes when we say it, we walk on eggshells. Oh, I don't know how they're going to feel. Well, what about how you feel? Do you keep suppressing it? And then passive aggressively, it comes out later and people are like, what in the world is wrong with her? I've done it before. So you've got to just trust and communicate that if I open myself up and if I don't perform, if I don't do what they expect, then I'm still worthy of love. Even if they kick me out of the group, it's okay, right? Whatever it may be, because I can communicate how I feel. And then whatever those consequences are, I'm ready for it. Bring it. It'll be okay. So this is the scripture I wanted to leave with you and that part. For he that begun a good work in you said he will perform it. That you don't have to perform for people. I'm right here, baby. Wait 1 minute. That you you don't have to perform for people. Because no matter what you do, God said that he will perform for you. He will put you on the stage. And even he's doing the work. You don't have to perform. He's living within you and he's doing the work, right? So loving you, it makes it easier to love others authentically. So y'all hear my children calling. So let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. This is a thought that I love. And it's no more chasing the story. When you start authentically living, people are going to talk. They're going to have opinions. And no more chasing the story. So whatever that chatter is, who is she, what day, whatever, it's no longer our responsibility to chase the story. Let them talk. You line up so that you can be everything that God has created you to be. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to cause you to, It's going to be uncomfortable, but don't chase the story. Let people be right. That's what you think. Oh, okay. Stay focused. That's what you believe. Oh, okay. No longer chase the story. The end part in loving yourself, study, study, study. Study exactly who you are now, and then study what you want to change, and then write down your plan intentionally of what you will do to get there. Study. There are relationships that you admire, and that's okay. Study them. There are marriages, there are people that are doing something that you say, I can do that. There's nothing wrong with interviewing them, with asking them questions. We only perish for a lack of knowledge. Let nothing keep you from being great. Before my children start calling me again, thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you for sharing this time with me. It's 10:30. I told you it's like capacity news. I hope you've had a great week, and I hope that tomorrow you wake up in great expectation and that your authenticity, your authentic lineup starts now, literally from your heart, in your mind, in your relationships, that what you are and who you are, that it lines up so smooth that every decision that you make, you know that it is pleasing your creator. I am, Lake Moore of More Capacity, where the stretch is necessary. Perfection is no longer my measure, but maturity is mandatory. Love you guys. You are somebody's answer. Line it up. Let's go impact the world. Lord willing, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you. Hey, girl, Jennifer, good to see you. Thank you so much for being so committed. You guys share it, line it up, and let's go forth to the world. All right. Good night.